Hello and welcome back to another Hunger Games Simulator video. So what we have here is 24 different green characters, all suggested by you guys. And all these characters have just one thing in common, and that being that they are all green or associated with green, but like green is their main color basically. So we're here to find out who is the best green character. Now, I got so many suggestions by you guys, and like they were all like amazing, like seriously. So it like hurts not being able to add every single suggestion. So just letting you know, if you guys want to see sequels to this video and like sequels to my other color videos, like make sure to let me know. And another thing about these colors is that at the end of this video, I will be announcing what the next color is. So make sure to stick around to the end so you can find out what characters you got to be suggesting in the comments. There's also going to be some minor spoilers to some of my past Hunger Games videos just because some of these contestants are actually returning. So if you want to see any of my other videos, I'll leave a link to my playlist. I have so many Hunger Games simulations. It is absolutely insane. So many different themes. So make sure to go and check it out. I'm sure there will be at least one in there that you'd be interested in. And also like and subscribe if you're a real homie, you know? Anyways, let's get into the contestants. So in District 1, we have Shrek. He was suggested by these amazing commenters. Look how many comments there were suggesting my man Shrek right here. And he's returning from my DreamWorks Hunger Games. Now, he didn't do too much notable except for killing 2D movies for a second time. And then he got 17th place. The DreamWorks Hunger Games was also only 3 videos ago, so this is all still fresh. So let's see how bad he wants to win this time. Also in District 1 is Creeper. Oh man. He was suggested by these amazing people. And he is returning from the Minecraft edition and my indie game edition. In the Minecraft edition, he took fall damage and got 7th place, so honestly not that bad at all. And then in indie game edition, he got murdered by a goat from Goat Simulator and got 12th place. Honestly, not too bad both times. He's always in the top half of contestants, so I'm excited to see how he does this time. The next contestant is King K. Roller. I'm gonna count all these comments as suggestions for him, even though they're technically saying King K. Rule, but like they're the same character. So now, if you don't know what King K. Roller is, that's fully fair because most of the population has no idea. Now, King K. Roller is actually returning from my King K. Roller Hunger Games. That's right, I made an entire Hunger Games based on this guy right here. If you want to know more about what King K. Roller is, you can go and watch that video. This isn't the video for me to explain that, where we got more green characters to introduce. In that video though, he poetically died to King K. Roller 2, and he legit got 23rd place. The next up is the man behind the slaughter himself, Springtrap. Thank you everyone who suggested Springtrap. This is far from his first appearance. So he first appeared in the first FNAF Hunger Games, and he did a pretty good job. He got like 8th place. Then he returned in FNAF 2 Hunger Games and sucked cock and balls and got 20th. And then he returned as Scraptrap and somehow sucked even more cock and balls and got 21st. And then his last appearance was in FNAF 4 Hunger Games as Burn Trap, where he finally did a bit better and got 15th place. So now he thought the best thing to do is put back on that old suit and get back to his old ways of actually being good. The next contestant is Salad Fingers. He's the first newcomer of the video, and I personally love Salad Fingers. Like honestly, like this was my shit back in the day. So thank you everyone who suggested him. Also in District 3 is Hulk. He was in my Superheroes edition where he got snapped away from Thanos and got 14th place. Then he came back as Professor Hulk, but died very quickly to Wonder Woman, landing him in 23rd place. Bro is as bad as King K. Roller. So it's safe to say this got him angry. And these contestants, they won't like him when he's angry. So he's full on hulking out again, and he's back to regular Hulk. Also, here's everyone who suggested him, so thank you, thank you, thank you. In District 4, we have Yoda returning from the Star Wars Hunger Games. Thank you everyone who wanted him to return. It makes sense. He's such an iconic green character. He got 11th place and didn't have any kills, probably because he's so old. And he's only gotten older since then, so I wonder if he'll be good or not. I believe in Yoda though. Even though he's old, he's still a Jedi Master. Also in District 4 is Grinch, suggested by these amazing people. The Grinch stole Christmas. Now let's see if he'll steal this win, you know? Now we got The Mask, suggested by these people. And I've never seen the movie, but I thought it was low-key a banger to have 2 Jim Carrey characters. Then also in District 5 is Leafy, suggested by all these people. She's our BFDI character for the video, and I chose her over the other BFDI characters just because she gives the most green vibes. She also looks very angry. She wants to actually be the first BFDI character to win one of these. Then in District 6, we have an absolute banger character, and that's Kermit the Frog. I'm surprised he's never like been in any other video, although I don't know what video he could have been in though. Shout out to everyone who suggested him, but also a shout out to the surprising amount of people who suggested Constantine, who was basically just Kermit the Frog with a mole. Like, it's wild to me that some of you guys actually suggested that guy. I've never heard of him before this. I mean, maybe he'll appear in a different video. But also in District 6, we have Yoshi. Yoshi was suggested by these people, and I'm very sorry to all of you who suggested Luigi, but my man Yoshi just took his spot. Because I only wanted one Mario character, and Yoshi is just like a tad more unique, plus Luigi already had his chance in the Nintendo edition. So I figured I'd give Yoshi a shot. Next up is Elphaba, also known as the Wicked Witch of the West. Very iconic green character. She was suggested by these people. Low-key, none of these contestants have water powers that I know of, so like, she might not have to worry about dying so stupidly. The next up is Stealth Elf. Huge shout out to everyone who suggested her, because this was like such a W suggestion. I actually saw a good amount of Skylanders suggested, which is like so peak. Like I did not expect that. I honestly might make a Skylanders Hunger Games at some point, so let me know if you'd like to see that, because I personally love Skylanders so much. The next contestant is Master Chief. Thank you to everyone who wanted to see him return. Like, I wonder how many of you guys actually even knew that he'd be returning, because he was in such a random video. He was in like my Fortnite edition number. I have no idea. Like, I dead ass didn't even know he was in a past Hunger Games until I checked. Then District 8, we have Gummy Bear. Shout out to everyone who suggested him. We also got Spike from Brawl Stars. Thank you everyone who suggested Spike. He reminds me of the guy from Buffy. Also District 9, we got Shego, or I think I'm saying that right. Shego or Shego. Shego doesn't sound as correct. I'm just gonna say Shego. I don't care if it's wrong or right, because I've never seen Kim Possible, I'm not gonna lie. But she's an iconic green character, so here's everyone who suggested her, and you know, W pick, even though I don't know anything about her. Then District 10, we got Gumby. To me, he's an iconic green character, so thank you to the few people who suggested him. Also in District 10, we got Jumbo Josh. I put him in the same district as Gumby because they kind of give like similar vibes. They're both just like green, stretchy blob dudes. And thank you everyone who suggested Jumbo Josh. I can't believe we got goddamn Jumbo Josh in this video. Then in District 11, we have my man Piccolo, who I completely forgot was the live action version until I went to go and get the same picture. I wonder how many of you guys that suggested him knew that he would be this version. You probably all thought he would be the anime version. He's played by Spike from Buffy, the guy I mentioned before. Then Bot is the next contestant. Bro is from Team Umizoomi. Then in District 12, because we have Bot from Team Umizoomi, I figured we kind of need his copycat, you know? Like, all great legends have a poor version of it, you know what I mean? Like the poor, like, oh, we got this character at home, you know? And that is Android Bot. This is just straight up plagiarism, low-key. Thank you everyone who suggested Android Bot though, because this is gonna be a fun battle to watch. And then the final contestant is Green Lantern. Here is everyone who suggested him. He's also the only contestant here who actually has green in his name. Anyways, it is time to advance and see who will win the Green Hunger Games. Make sure to comment down below who you want to see win. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Green Lantern runs away from the cornucopia. Yoshi runs away from the cornucopia. Leafy stays at the cornucopia for resources. She's really in it to win it, because that's like a risky move. Gumby and Springtrap fight for a bag. Gumby strangles Springtrap with the straps and runs. Springtrap, oh my god. He's literally just did the worst he's ever done. Last place? I don't think Springtrap even wants it anymore. Like, I don't think he cares. Stealth Elf runs away from the cornucopia. Probably very stealthily, you know. Creeper runs away from the cornucopia. Oh man. Master Chief breaks King K. Roller's nose for a basket of bread. I can see Master Chief doing that though, specifically with like the elbow jab. Android Bot runs away from the cornucopia. The Mask runs away from the cornucopia. Gummy Bear and Elphaba fight for a bag. Gummy Bear gives up and retreats. You don't fight for a bag with the Wicked Witch of the West. Bot grabs a jar of fishing bait while Yoda gets fishing gear. Jumbo Josh grabs a backpack and retreats. Hulk runs away from the cornucopia. Kermit runs away from the cornucopia. The Grinch kills Salad Fingers with his own weapon. Not the rusty spoon. Salad Fingers died by what he loves. My man Salad Fingers. Grinch, why do you have to steal my happiness? Shego runs away from the cornucopia. Piccolo runs away from the cornucopia. Spike grabs a sword. A back-to-back 2 spikes. And Shrek runs away from the cornucopia. Stealth Elf, Spike, Yoda, and Jumbo Josh hunt for other tributes. Gumby and the Mask work together for the day. Gummy Bear scares Shego off. Kind of fair. Like, I was gonna say, like, oh, she's like a villain. Like, why is she being scared by Gummy Bear? But, like, what is Gummy Bear? Like, look at him. And why is he so freaking obese, bro? Why are his pants damn near falling off? I don't want to see a gummy cock. Green Lantern dies from hypothermia. Out of all ways to die, you're in space most of the time. Isn't it cold up there? Which, hold on, wait, guys, let me cook for a second. Why is space cold, right? No, hear me out with this, guys. I'm actually cooking. Why is space cold when you're getting closer to the sun? Did I just cook? Hulk, Yoshi, and Leafy hunt for other tributes. Elphaba hunts for other tributes. Shrek makes a slingshot. King K. Roller sprains his ankle while running away from Kermit. Don't you mean while rolling away from Kermit? Bot camouflages himself in the bushes. I legit thought it said bro camouflages himself in the bushes. Master Chief, Android Bot, Creeper, and the Grinch raid Piccolo's camp while he is hunting. Is it because he's the least green out of all of you? Are you racist? 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Springtrap, Salad Fingers, and Green Lantern. Elphaba cooks her food before putting her fire out. Hopefully he didn't put it out with water because, you know. By the way, I like randomly rewatched Wizard of Oz like somewhat recently, and it's like, why did that even happen? Android Bot tends to Spike's wounds. Low key, they both have the same build. Leafy and Shrek talk about the tribute still alive. Yoshi passes out from exhaustion. Stealth Elf receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Creeper tries to treat his infection. Jumbo Josh quietly hums. That's horrifying. That's actually like just seeing a Jumbo Josh in person must be actually like the most terrifying thing ever. Kermit attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Yoda stays awake all night. I feel like he senses a disturbance right now. I don't think he wants to sleep when he's sensing disturbances in the Force. The Grinch and Bot run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Master Chief tries to treat his infection. Piccolo questions his sanity. Gummy Bear thinks about home. The Mask is awoken by nightmares. King K. Roller and Shego track down and kill Hulk. Yo, all of these like returning contestants that like, you know, did really good at the start, then did bad, and then it's like, oh, they're returning back to their old self to do good again. No, they still suck. They're still terrible. And I literally compared Hulk to King K. Roller. And now King K. Roller is like, how dare you even compare me to the Hulk? And then Gumby looks to the night sky. The Grinch receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Who's giving the Grinch an explosive? King K. Roller searches for a water source. Master Chief thinks about home. Android Bot and Gummy Bear work together for the day. That's like a pretty weird alliance, I'm not gonna lie. Elphaba stalks Gumby. The Mask, Leafy, Yoda, and Shrek hunt for other tributes. Piccolo, Yoshi, Stealth Elf, Spike, and Creeper also hunt for other tributes. Shego, Jumbo Josh, Kermit, and Bot hunt for other tributes. So we have like 3 groups of teams right here. I'm trying to think which one seems like they'd be the best, like, power-wise. But not even power-wise, but the best, like, combo of people who actually might be able to, like, work together and win. Honestly, probably the team with Piccolo. Not only do they have the most people, but, like, they have Piccolo for power, they have Stealth Elf for, like, for stealth. Creeper has, like, the explosive stuff, even though he'll die immediately after. 1 cannon shot can be heard in the distance, and that's the Hulk. Android Bot starts a fire. Piccolo receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. My man Goku is giving his energy. Shrek and King K. Roller tell stories about themselves to each other. They're both returning contestants. They both have some stories to tell, you know? Yoshi kills Kermit while he is sleeping. No, Kermit! Leafy thinks about home. The Mask is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Master Chief overpowers Creeper, killing him. That's a risky thing, because like Creeper could have just blown himself up there. But you know what, Master Chief, he's smart, okay? Like he has so much battle experience that I guess maybe he knew a way to kill him without him blowing up. Elphaba tries to treat her infection. Spike passes out from exhaustion. Shego attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Yoda fends Jumbo Josh, Gummy Bear, and Gumby away from his fire. So Gumby and Jumbo Josh kind of working together, I guess. Unless they happen to both attack Yoda at the same time. Bot unknowingly eats toxic berries. No, Bot! He died before Android Bot. Stealth Elf and the Grinch huddle for warmth. Gumby attacks Gummy Bear, but he manages to escape. So Gumby saw Gummy Bear like also attacking freaking Yoda, and then he was like, you know what? I'm gonna attack you instead. Yoda, Android Bot, and Elphaba hunt for other tributes. Yoda working with Elphaba? Yoda's working with the Sith? Piccolo diverts Yoshi's attention and runs away. Stealth Elf dies of dysentery. that's the poop thing, guys. Guys, she literally just died of poop, which is really ironic because her, like, catchphrase is silent but deadly. Jumbo Josh strangles Shrek with a rope. What's up with Jumbo Josh and Gumby both strangling people? But also rip Shrek. I guess Shrek is not gonna freaking win it this time. Shego makes a slingshot. King K. Roller fishes. Leafy thinks about home. The mask begs for the Grinch to kill him. He refuses, keeping the mask alive. Master Chief goes hunting, and Spike discovers a cave. 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Kermit, Creeper, Bot, Stealth Elf, and Shrek. King K. Roller stays awake all night. Piccolo tries to treat his infection. The Mask, Spike, and Master Chief sleep in shifts. Shego cooks her food before putting her fire out. Elphaba also cooks her food before putting her fire out. Elphaba loves just cooking food and putting out her fires. Like, I guess that's how you survive in Earth, but like, still. The Grinch sets an explosive off, killing Leafy, Yoshi, Android, Bot, and Gummy Bear. Oh, wait. I just said Android and Bot as if they're 2 different people. Hold on. Recap. The Grinch sets off an explosive, killing Leafy, Yoshi, Android Bot, and Gummy Bear. So whoever gave Grinch the explosive before, I don't know if it was Krampus, I don't know if it was the freaking Lindy Woohoo or whatever. I don't know who gave him the explosive, but whoever did that is responsible for all these deaths. That explosive just wiped out 4 contestants. Leafy's entire freaking determination all means nothing now. And damn, Yoshi dead too? Like, Yoshi was honestly doing pretty good. Android Bot, I don't care that you're dead, but either way, he still outlived Bot, so he kind of won in a way. And Gummy Bear, I mean, it was gonna happen at some point. Let's be real. But then Gumby shoots an arrow at Jumbo Josh, but misses and kills Yoda instead. Now, this is insane. Gumby was like, oh, I don't like being compared to Jumbo Josh, so let me try to kill Jumbo Josh. Because, like, you know, they're both very similar characters. But he misses and kills Yoda. Why did Yoda not sense that? Why did Yoda not do some crazy force thing? Is he really old? Is bro so old he couldn't sense an arrow flying at his head? To be fair, Yoda did just randomly like this screenshot of Yoda, isn't this like seconds before he just casually dies of old age? Master Chief makes a wooden spear. King K. Roller attacks Spike, but he manages to escape. Gumby and the Grinch split up to search for resources. Gumby wants to be on the Grinch's good side after seeing him murder 4 people. Shego begs for Elphaba to kill her. She reluctantly obliges, killing Shego. Damn, I can't believe that Shego actually just asked to be killed. Like, I would think that she would try to, like, you know, be more evil and win more, you know? I respect Elphaba, though, for actually killing her when she asked. The Mask dies from thirst. Bruh. Piccolo is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Jumbo Josh camouflages himself in the bushes. I mean, he is green like the bush, but he's also pretty jumbo, you know? Like, I don't think that's gonna really work as a hiding spot. Unless if it's one of those giant bushes from Fortnite. 7 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Leafy, Yoshi, Android Bot, Gummy Bear, Yoda, Shego, and the Mask. Damn, we're down to very little contestants right now. King K. Roller stays awake all night. Let's just give King K. Roller some credit, by the way. Like, he's lasting so much longer than he did last time. Master Chief climbs a tree to rest. Elphaba receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Damn, freaking Galinda just gave her some food right there. Or maybe the goat. Jumbo Josh defeats the Grinch in a fight, but spares his life. Gumby is awoken by nightmares. Probably of Jumbo Josh. Piccolo receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. And Spike loses sight of where he is. Still, Spike has not interacted with Piccolo. Like, I really want them to interact, please. By the way, I'm just realizing 3 returning contestants are still alive. Piccolo, Master Chief, and King K. Roller. The cornucopias replenish with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Spike decides not to go to the feast. It's a pretty smart move by Spike. Honestly, Spike's kind of underrated right now. He's been making a lot of good choices. Jumbo Josh, Gumby, Piccolo, and King K. Roller team up to grab food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs. So now Jumbo Josh and Gumby are working together. Master Chief decides not to go to the feast. He doesn't need no feast. The Grinch decides not to go to the feast. And then Elphaba takes a staff leaning against a cornucopia. Piccolo injures himself. Why does he keep injuring himself? First with the berries, now just, I don't know how he did it this time. Probably fell off a ninja spot or something. But like, seriously, like, stop hurting yourself. You're not gonna win like that. And then Gumby severely slices the Grinch with a sword. Honestly, I don't know if I'm just making up this whole Gumby versus Jumbo Josh hatred in my brain. But to me, it feels as if he did that out of spite to Jumbo Josh. Like, he knew that Jumbo Josh low-key liked the Grinch and respected him, so Gumby went out of his way to kill the Grinch. Jumbo Josh attacks Master Chief, but he manages to escape. I think Jumbo Josh has met his match. And then Elphaba makes a wooden spear. Then Spike chases King K. Roller. One cannon shot can be heard in the distance, and that is the Grinch. King K. Roller, Elphaba, and Spike discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. And then Gumby thinks about home. Then Jumbo, Josh, and Piccolo tell stories of themselves to each other. Could they be a team? Then Master Chief is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Piccolo tends to Jumbo Josh's wounds. They are a team! Jumbo Josh has found his new ally. And Gumby collects fruit from a tree. Elphaba sets King K. Roller on fire with a Molotov! Yo, she loves cooking stuff with fire. Now she's cooking King K. Roller with fire. That's so poetic. But damn, rip King K. Roller. Salute to him, salute to him. And then Spike defeats Master Chief in a fight, but spares his life. Spike defeating Master Chief? That's like kind of wild. How did that happen? A cloud of poisonous smoke starts to fill the arena. Weirdly, a very perfect event for this Hunger Games because I feel like a cloud of poisonous smoke would be green. But Spike survives. Spike is always making the right choices. He's just not doing anything like super bold, but he's always staying alive. The Master Chief also survives. His skill set would probably allow him to find a way to survive. Then Gumby and Jumbo Josh agree to die in the cloud together, but Gumby pushes Jumbo Josh in without warning. Nah, wait, that's actually wild. I bet Jumbo Josh really thought damn, this might be it. Let's put all of our hatred aside. And Gumby was lying and saying, yeah. And then he pushes Jumbo Josh in. That's insane. Also, Piccolo and Elphaba also agree to die in the cloud together, but Piccolo pushes Elphaba in without warning. Now, that wasn't anything insane storyline-wise freaking Gumby and Jumbo Josh, but that's still pretty crazy. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. King K. Roller, Jumbo Josh, and Elphaba. Spike stays awake all night. Gumby receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Piccolo receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Master Chief tries to sing himself to sleep. So these are the final 4 contestants, and literally 2 of them are returning, and 2 of them are also Spike from Buffy. Master Chief dies trying to escape the arena. You would think Master Chief, with all of his freaking strategic planning and everything, would know that you can't do that. You can't escape the Hunger Games. Your only way to escape is to win. Then Piccolo receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Goku's really take my energy, please, Piccolo, please. Goku's got a raging boner for Piccolo. Then Spike scares Gumby off. 1 cannon shot can be heard in the distance, and that is Master Chief. Piccolo destroys Spike's supplies while he is asleep. Yes, finally, we got a freaking Spike interaction. But it's a hated interaction, though. It's freaking him destroying his supplies. And then Gumby tends to his wounds. Spike thinks about home. Piccolo sprains his ankle while running away from Gumby. Spike attempts to climb a tree, but falls to his death. So the guy who has been making smart choices this entire time finally messed up and made a bad one. And Piccolo stabs Gumby with a tree branch. But Gumby, he put on such a good fight. Getting to 2nd place, he honestly was the main character basically. But it still wasn't enough to beat Piccolo. And just like that, the winner is Piccolo from District 11. He returned from the Dragon Ball Z Hunger Games, and he returned victorious. He wanted that win, and he got it. Good job, Piccolo. And right here, we have all of the placements. And damn, Piccolo, 1st place with 2 kills. But damn, Gumby in 2nd place with 4 kills, which still isn't the most kills, because the Grinch, who got 8th place, got 5 kills, all because of that one explosion. And that was a crazy battle, and there was honestly some crazy storylines going on. Look at freaking Springtrap in last place. Anyways, that is it for this Hunger Games Simulator video. I hope you enjoyed, and as I promised in the beginning, I'm going to give you what the next color is going to be. So the next color of the Hunger Games is, drumroll, 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 yellow. Yes, yellow is the 4th color that will be getting a video. And honestly, it's a very special color because it is my favorite color. So I better see some banger suggestions from you guys. And I know you guys will, because you guys always give banger suggestions. So I'm excited to see what suggestions you give. So that's right, yellow. Make sure to be looking forward to it. Hopefully it'll be a really good one. So I hope you guys are excited for the Yellow Hunger Games, and I hope you guys enjoyed this Green Hunger Games. So the winner is Piccolo, and I'll see you guys next time.